Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Oh, no, wait. Hello, old sports, and welcome back to another episode of Admit One. I am Jadon, and this is...
Admit one.
Oh, my God. Well, I am excited to get into this. I love this movie. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dude, I was
I'm
so
not even gonna
lost.
lie.
I was so lost in
You
the
know,
beginning of the movie.
yeah, I have a lot of notes about it. And this is the first time I was like, I'm so scared about how I'm going to be able to pay attention to the movie and take notes. And it was a lot easier than I thought because I'd write short little snippets. Like my first note verbatim that I wrote down was, I love the old school Warner Brothers intro. When I started the movie, which I had to rent,
I rented it as well.
you rented it on Amazon. I rented it on Microsoft. I rented it on my Xbox, but I
Oh,
wished I
nice.
would have rented it on Amazon because doesn't that have the feature where you can like pause and it'll show you like the actors and tell you facts about the movie and stuff? It's called
Yes.
like X-Ray or something like that, dude. That's so cool. But I love the intro. I love the intro. It was my
The
first
intro
note.
was
Do
real
you have
snazzy.
anything that you wanna?
Man, so my notes are just kind of in the like as the movie was going on, or like how my notes are stacked. So my first note says, "Who is Gatsby and why is he great?"
And I have to say, I knew Leonardo DiCaprio was in this movie going into it. Did not expect Tobey Maguire. And if people will remember that, if you listen to our last episode, I said OG Spider-Man was my favorite Spider-Man.
I didn't look at the cast or anything going into the movie, so seeing Tobey Maguire and Leonardo DiCaprio was like a huge shock to me because I wasn't expecting either in the movie, especially the roles that they played and how well they played it.
Fun piece of trivia that I found was that they were actually childhood friends. They grew up together.
Really, I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know it either. I'm a big trivia guy. I like to go on to IMDb after like every movie I watch, and I'll read like all the trivia. But they were friends since childhood, and that was the first time that they had appeared in a film together since some movie in 2001 called Don's Plum. And then before that, they appeared together in a movie called This Boy's Life in 1993, neither of which I've seen. But fun
Sounds
fact.
like we have some more movies to watch.
To the wheel! Which I just wanted to bring up the wheel. That was what we decided to do since it was so hard for us to like. We had so many options, you all. Thank you so much for that. Um, we decided to just consolidate them onto the wheel and spin it. And every time that it lands on a movie and we watch it, we remove it from the wheel so the wheel gets smaller. But you're more than welcome to comment and add more to the wheel. It's an ever growing, ever changing wheel.
We'll need a second wheel here very soon.
Did you say a second wheel?
Yeah, we'll add a second wheel, and then on the first wheel, we'll add a second wheel option. If it lands on that, we'll go to the second wheel and we'll spin that wheel.
And then we can put a third wheel option on the second wheel.
And the only thing that's on wheel three is half a car.
Dude, that is my least favorite thing on Wheel of Fortune. That is a prize. I hate that.
I don't like. What are you
I
gonna do?
hate
Like,
that.
what half of the car do you get? Like it doesn't
For
make
real,
any
I've never
sense.
thought about that. Like, what if they do just win like half of the car?
I know.
Like,
Did they get like a motorcycle?
they don't get both sides. Do they get like a smart car? Dude, I
Like,
cannot believe I haven't seen one
congratulations,
of those
here's
in
a Prius.
forever. Another thing about the movie that I liked is that move my window over is that I loved the transitions that caught me from the very beginning. The match cuts are so smooth. And if you don't know what a match cut is, anyone out there listening, a match cut is where you take two different scenes that have similar looking components and kind of blend them together to get a seamless transition through them. Like if a character were walking by a wall and the camera were to move through the wall and the character were to be walking in a completely different background. That's what a match cut is. Um, And not related to that, but I also did realize watching this movie that lots of iconic memes came from this movie.
Dude, that's actually one of my notes is I've seen Gatsby memes.
I didn't even realize it, dude. Like that. Oh, and I didn't know. I meant to ask this prior to recording, but it'll be fine to cover during. Is this spoiler free, or are we doing spoilers?
Dude, it's been out since like 2017, I think, was the year it came out.
2013.
Oh, dude, it's been over 10 years.
Okay.
If they haven't watched it yet, they're not going to watch it.
Okay, well, I mean, we did.
But yeah, give us some spoilers.
I don't have any yet. I've still got lots of notes till I get to the spoilers. I just wanted to ask that. I didn't know. I was very curious as to why he was the only one that got an invitation to that great party. And also, another note I have prior to that was the soundtrack was crazy. I was not expecting, like, Kanye West.
Yeah, that really caught me by surprise as well. I was expecting it to be, like, big band music from that era.
Right, and they did that, but they, like, remixed it.
And, yeah. It was odd. I enjoyed it, though. It was actually mixed very well, but it was odd.
It was odd. It was crazy seeing Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire portray such, like, a range of emotion, because there are so many emotional scenes in that movie, like, do we need to go in chronological order here talking about the movie?
I mean, that's how my notes are.
Okay. All right. You go ahead. You go ahead and tell me a little something. I feel like I'm blabbering a little too.
Do you want me to just go through all my notes and we'll stop on one to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll cut that part out. So my notes in order is, who is Gatsby and why is he great? Intro man voice sounds like he's trying to fake an old man voice on TikTok. Doctor looks like he should coach the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. The doctor looks so much like Andy Reid. Spider-Man got tackled into heaven. Is Gatsby a moth reaching for the green light? Spider-Man knows how to party. There's too many people at the party. I'd rather be home. The DiCaprio
You
plot
put Spider-Man... Wait, back up. Spider-Man knows how to party. I put my man as a raging alcoholic because there were two scenes, like him in the apartment. Dude, I don't know if you noticed this. Olivia had gotten home like 20 minutes into me watching the movie, and she pointed it out to me during this scene that when Myrtle and him were at the party with Mr. Buchanan, was that his name?
I believe so, yeah.
When they were at the party with him, and she was like, "You want a nerve pill?" And he was like, "No." She puts one in his mouth, kisses him, and then makes him drink real quick so he swallows it.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. I was like, I wonder what that pill was.
Yeah, so I was like, oh my God. Then right after that, he goes to Gatsby's party with an invitation, and he's like, popping champagne. Oh, and let's talk about, dude, the suspense waiting for the reveal of Gatsby.
Dude, that's my DiCaprio plot twist. I had no idea that Leonardo DiCaprio was Gatsby. I did not see that
30 minutes and 4 seconds in, dude. And that reveal was one of the best moments that I have ever seen in a movie. I haven't felt a feeling like that watching a movie in a minute, dude, because the way he just turns around and, like, his character, he just looks so beautiful. And the music and the big, like, build up, it was just amazing. And he turns around and he's like, "Sorry, old sport." It was beautiful. And then I wrote Gatsby is sus. Because my specific note says, okay, now I know who Gatsby is. Oh my lord, that intro was worth it.
Mine was, I need to call people old sport more.
Oh my god. Old sport
which led me to my next question. Did Gatsby invent the Oxford comma?
Because he's an Oxford man.
Because he's an Oxford man. In a pink suit? Exactly.
Old sport was used 44 times in that movie, I believe.
Did you count it or did you look it up?
Another IMDb fact. What else you got?
Gatsby just wanted a tea party. The the tea party even made me feel uncomfortable. Gatsby would have loved Tinder. Gatsby just wanted love. Gatsby plot twist where he grew up poor.
Oh, dude, that was crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one. And then always rescue old men on boats.
I had put, because I know where you're going, like how far you're into the plot with these notes, so I'll go up to where you are. I put, is Gatsby's photo Photoshop? Because he showed him that picture when he was driving real fast, and he was like, I'm an Oxford man, trying to explain to him, like, where he's from. It looked so fake, dude.
The CGI in this movie was horrendous, though.
Yeah, some parts of it were rough.
Were really good, but some parts were just awful.
Rough. I think that like everything in Gatsby's house, if there was any CGI there, which I'm sure there was, it looked great. But like anything when you were outside in the world was a little rough. I'm sure there are a lot of hidden metaphors on this that I haven't picked up on. Like I felt like I was missing like some bigger point, you know. Olivia pointed out to me also that the book cover is on the billboard. Those two eyes that we're watching. That's
the eyes of God.
Yeah, the eyes of God. And then I had also wrote before we got that reveal that he was poor. I said, is he a cop? Because he was acting like changing his accent on the phone and stuff.
Oh yeah, that certainly. There needs to be a part 2, but he's dead.
A part 2, the Greater Gatsby,
the greatest Gatsby. Then I have. Gatsby will build the future with one girl in mind, and some ladies can't get a text back.
Oh.
Was global warming worse then? Because they were just chilling out in that penthouse, I guess it was, with all the fans and the ice.
I thought at first they were like using the ice as like air. Were they using the ice as air conditioning? I know they were rubbing it on them as well, but I've seen people do that before.
I don't think they were using it for air conditioning because I know they had it in their drinks and they were rubbing it on themselves.
Yeah.
That argument makes me wish Maury was around then. Seeing Gatsby snap made me happy.
Dude, it freaked me out. I jumped back. I said Leonardo's extreme range in this was so impressive, especially when he lost his temper.
And to think he did not win a single award for that movie, to my knowledge.
No, I'm pretty sure. I asked Olivia to look it up, and she said he did, and then she looked it up, and she said he didn't. I'm pretty sure the first movie he won his first Oscar for was The Revenant.
Yeah, I believe so as well.
I also put that the range of Tobey Maguire was amazing. When he was calling Leo a coward towards the end, I was like, wow.
Oh my God, I know.
Wow.
Dude, like... in Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire was good. I've honestly never seen another movie that he was in.
No, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I've never ever. I didn't know I knew he was an actor, and of course I knew he did other movies, but I didn't know they were like The Great Gatsby. You know, I've never seen The Great Gatsby, but I know that's like a classic. You know, well I've seen it now actually. I've seen it now.
We've seen it now.
Nice, and it felt good to watch a movie, dude.
I mean, I wish I would have started it a little bit earlier because it finished at midnight.
Me too, dude. I didn't get done watching it till 12:30.
I know, you started it so much. Yeah, you started it so much later than I did, though.
I know. I had to have my subtitles, dude.
Oh yeah, I understand. And then I have vehicular manslaughter was a crazy twist.
Dude, not even that, but the twist that it was Daisy driving.
Oh, I know. That's my next note is Daisy plot twist.
I thought, who's driving Daisy? Which is like an old movie. Who's driving Miss Daisy?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought of that. But
So
I was
is that a sequel to The Great Gatsby or?
No, it's not. I don't even know what it's about. But I just thought of that when that happened. I don't know why. Yeah, I did not. I had a feeling that someone was gonna die. I didn't think it'd be Mr. Gatsby. And then that guy shooting himself. Dude, Mr. Buchanan was a bad man. I can't believe he did that.
Yeah, man. That whole sequence of events.
He wasn't the one that killed him, for reference. He just convinced someone that Gatsby was sleeping with this dude's wife and was the one that killed her, when in reality it was Daisy that killed her.
Well, on their way to New York, remember they switched vehicles, so Tom was driving Gatsby's vehicles. So when Daisy and Gatsby drove back through, and whatever her name was, I don't remember, ran into the road and got
Myrtle.
hit. Myrtle, yeah,
Name is
Myrtle.
Myrtle.
Yeah, murdered Myrtle. She ran to the road and got
Murdered
murked.
Myrtle. That's gonna be. I'm sure that's gonna be part of the episode title.
100%. What was I saying?
When she ran out into the road.
Oh yeah, and then when because she thought it was Tom, because she was getting beat on, and then got hit, and then they just drove away, and then Tom drove back through, had to convince them that it wasn't him, and pretty much gave up who it was, with it being Gatsby, and turns out it was Daisy. And then Daisy just abandoned him at his funeral.
Well, I don't know if she even knew that he died. That's what I was wondering. Because they wouldn't pass any news along about him, you know?
I'm sure she heard.
I thought it was beautiful, though, that he thought that the last phone call he was going to get was from her. Yeah. Even though it was from his buddy, dude. When that twist, that little mini twist also got me. I kind of teared up at that one, bro. I was like, it's his friend. And I put Nick viewed Gatsby as a friend, man. He was the only one. That got me. That's exactly how I wrote it.
So overall, 8 out of 10. Beginning was kind of slow. Wasn't a fan of the effects and CGI. But when Tom and Gatsby started arguing, that's when I was sold and I was glued to the screen. And that is the end of my notes.
So a lot of the stuff that you had is what I had. Some of the stuff that I had is like when they were in that club, that speakeasy in the barber shop.
Oh yeah.
They were talking to that gangster guy. Dude, he had a tooth on his tie.
Yeah, I saw that. Dude, what was up with that?
I was like, I don't, dude, I guess it was from one of his victims, but he weirded me out so much. I was like, ooh. I thought it was also pretty sweet. I put in my notes that Gatsby did Nick get caught up in his Bond scheme? Or did he realize that?
So. I think Gatsby tried to get him into it.
That's what I said, but he realized Nick was a true friend.
Yeah. Yeah, going back to the tooth, I have one in a box literally right next to me, but it's mine, so I don't know if that's the same effect or not.
Did you is it like a baby tooth or?
No, it's one of my wisdom teeth. The dentist asked if I wanted to keep it, and I was like, yeah, sure, so she just put it in a box for me.
Dude, I didn't get that option. I got my wisdom teeth cut out the day after I graduated high school. It was absolutely horrible. It was rough. All 4 of them cut out. And did they put you under for cutting yours out? Because they did mine.
No, so only one of them grew in. I don't know how only one grew in.
Wow.
But it was starting to kind of rot away. And my friend, his wife is a dentist. So I told her what was going on. She got me in, and she was looking at it. She was like, there's an 85% chance I can get all of it out of your mouth. She goes, I can't put you under. I was like, I'm okay. Numb me up. I like those odds. So she just started. So she just started digging into my mouth and crawled up in there and got a jackhammer and whatnot, and got it out, and was able to get 100% of the tooth out instead of the 85%.
That is amazing. So
I have it sitting in a little box right next to me.
That is crazy. Yeah, they put me under for mine, man, and when I woke up, it was horrible. I've got a video of it. I'm not going to put that on the podcast. It's embarrassing. But
man, the thought of being put under absolutely terrifies me.
I've been put under 3 or 4 times in my life for a couple different surgeries.
Dude, no, numb me up, give me ketamine, something, knock me out, but keep me awake.
It's scary. It is scary because I've heard horror stories of people who have they've been put under, but they didn't give them enough medicine to paralyze them or something, so they can still feel. I don't know. You're in the medical field. You know more than I do.
So there was a guy that worked at a local ambulance service close to where I live, and he ended up having some kind of surgery, and they intubated him and didn't put the tube in all the way to inflate both lungs and properly oxygenate him. So he became like partially brain dead. He became paralyzed just because he was
Oh
put
my
under for the
god.
surgery and they didn't give him enough oxygen. So yeah, they ruined his life over that. So ever since I
Oh,
heard that
that is
story,
horrible.
yeah. So ever since I heard that story, I'm just like, God, please do not let me ever
Yeah.
need surgery for any.
Wow, that makes me want to be a lot more cautious. I mean, I hope I don't have to have surgery for anything else either. It was mainly just my tonsils and my wisdom teeth and the other two I don't want to mention, but they were
Oh yeah,
they were fun. They were fun.
good times, good
Uh,
times.
Good times, good times. It was nice though. Well, actually, God, I'll tell this story, and if you decide you want to cut it out, you can cut it out because it is a crazy story.
Okay, let's hear it.
So, all right. So if you want to cut it out, you can cut it out because it is a little personal. But so when I was in the seventh grade, no, 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 cut it out, cut it out. I just realized I can't tell that. I can't tell that. I can't tell that. I can't tell that. When I was in the seventh grade, that's what we'll leave it at. Um, but a quote that stuck with me from The Great Gatsby that was mentioned multiple times throughout the movie was "I was within and without."
Yeah, man, that one really stuck with me too, and I didn't fully understand it the first time he said it because he was looking out the window of New York and then like looking back
Yeah,
up at
and
himself.
looking back at himself, and I was like, "What?" But I think like I get it, kind of in a way. I think what he was saying, and I don't know this 100%, but I think that feeling is like when you're hanging out with like a group of friends and like you're there, but like you're not. They're not like your close friends, and they don't really want you there. You know, not from like personal experience anything, but like I think that's like that kind of feeling. You're there, but you're not there. You know.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I got, like on the inside looking out, but also on the outside looking in, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I wished I could have phrased it, you poet.
Oh, and
I didn't
didn't
even
even
know
know
it.
it. Oh, jeez.
Ah!
Man,
Oh,
so
it was a
what about
good
this
one.
new Shrek? Like, stay straight
Oh,
away from the
I
Great
didn't give my
Gatsby.
before that, I didn't even give my rating.
Oh yeah, give us your rating.
7 out of 10.
Respectable answer.
It was good. I enjoyed it. I should have bought it instead of rented it. And if Olivia listens to this, she's gonna laugh because that's what she told me. She said you should have bought it. And I was like, I said last night before I watched it, I was like, nah, I'm just gonna rent it.
I don't
And
think I'll ever watch it again. Like it was good, but I don't think it was good enough to watch it twice.
I want to watch it at least one more time, just to like, cause now I know a lot more, and I want to see if I can go back and see some hidden stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess to go back and
Uh,
watch it without having to take notes and actually pay attention to the movie.
Um, Before we get into Shrek, one more note I have about Gatsby is that when Toby Maguire held up those cupcakes and said, "I bought cakes," I
Oh
just
my god,
couldn't
dude,
hold
that
back
I
my laugh.
lost it. I lost it right there.
I loved that. It gave me like that little Spider-Man goofy face. That one where
Yes,
he's like got
I
his
know exactly.
eyes like up.
Yes, I know
Yeah,
exactly which one you're
I'll,
talking about.
yeah, and I'll put that up on the YouTube version of this. Which, by the way, we are now on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. So whatever platform you're listening to this on, you can listen to it on another one. If you're at home, watch it on YouTube. I put some work into putting up the graphics on that.
Dude,
There's a
you
lot
killed
of
it,
like,
man. You did such a good job.
dude, thank you, thank you. Like I said, video's a passion of mine. Um, I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun, and I got a lot of great feedback. But I didn't mean to stray away from your point, dude. The new Shrek, we need to give it the Sonic treatment, and that is how I
Yes,
feel.
it's
It's
so
horrible. It's
bad.
so bad. That is one of my favorite franchises of all time.
I hate how they try to soften everything. Like if you look at the original Teen Titans that we grew up with, and then this new one, it looks dumb.
It does, but there are some very few um, episodes of that are pretty good. I
I've not
think there was
actually
an episode
watched
where
it.
they brought in the old school Teen Titans, I believe. And there was a movie, I don't know if it was in theaters or if it was just on like a Cartoon Network movie, but at the very end of it, Robin's talking about responsibilities and stuff, and they're telling him that they don't have enough time for the movie to keep going. Spoiler alert, sorry. And
thanks. There goes my plans tonight.
and at the end, he's like, "Wait, wait!" And he runs up to the camera. And he's like, "Kids in the theater, ask your parents where babies come from." And then the screen goes to black.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
From Teen Titans, I was like, "Oh my god." I did not expect that.
That is awesome.
I saw that on like Facebook for the first time, and I was like, "Jesus Christ!" No,
I'm gonna have to go and look that up later.
I'll put it in the chat. Are there any specific movies that you're excited for this year?
I honestly don't know what movies are coming out this year.
Me neither, dude.
Like I said, I'm not really a movie guy.
I should have wrote it down in my notes. Me neither.
Should have.
Me neither. We can cut that out. I should have wrote down some movies I was excited for. That's my fault for not doing that.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
I don't know. I'm like in between on that. I'm agnostic when it comes to Bigfoot.
Atheist. He's like, I'm not saying he doesn't exist, but I don't really know.
I mean, that's how I feel. Like, I mean, I got big feet. Shaq has big feet, bigger feet.
I have big feet.
How big?
Size 15.
Jesus Christ. Okay, no, I must have medium feet. I wear a size like 10 and a half, 11. I got medium feet.
You have extra medium feet.
Extra medium feet. I'll take it.
Saw Bigfoot once when I was a kid.
Where at and how?
My backyard.
Oh my god! In Kentucky?
Yeah, dude. So my cousin Vincent from South Carolina, and he came up and stayed with us one summer. And
shout out Vincent, love you.
Oh, I miss him so much. I've not seen him in several years. But we were outside on our trampoline, and it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and our neighbor's dogs just started going absolutely bananas. And we had like a small garden, and we had a neighbor that was like behind the garden but had a floodlight that came on, so you could see like anything that was illuminated. And we look over, and above our corn you can see shoulders and a head. So we just like freak out and run inside, and the next morning we went down there. The next morning we went down there, and there was the biggest footprints I've ever seen in my entire life. And I had size 13 or 14 feet at the time. And they were so much bigger than my feet. And that's my Bigfoot story.
Like, were they like double, triple?
Almost double.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have any experience with Bigfoot. What were you going to say? Sorry.
I was going to say, and then my neighbor the next morning was like, I don't know what was in your all's garden last night, but it was massive. We're like, yeah, we think it was Bigfoot.
Oh my God. Doesn't your mom have like a Bigfoot statue?
Yeah, she does. And then my brother-in-law fell on it and broke his hand off. So now just the metal that was holding the hand together is sticking out, so it looks like Bigfoot has a hook for a hand.
Oh my God.
It's so awesome.
She taught me the word squatching or squanchin', or what is it? The word for hunting, like looking for Bigfoot. What is it? Squatching?
Yeah, squatching, I think.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I was like, what's squatching? Looking for Bigfoot. I don't have any experience with Bigfoot other than my extra medium feet that I've come to dub them now. But as a child, when I was like 3 or 4, we lived in this road in Virginia that's like, after we moved out of this house, dude, the woods grew over it and it became decrepit and gave it an eerie vibe. But my mom wanted to move out of it because at night when they'd put me to bed, it'd just be me. My brother hadn't been born yet. It was me, my dad, my mom. And they'd get me up in the morning and stuff would be moved around in my room that like couldn't be moved around, And
dude,
like they'd
that
say
house
that
I lived in was haunted as heck.
They said that I said that I would talk to a woman that at night, and she was nice to me. I don't remember what we'd talk about. but apparently she was nice to me, and it was some old woman, and it was crazy. There'd be like at night there were no trees near the windows, and you'd hear knocking on the windows. Like at the time there were no trees. Later on, after we moved away, they did grow over. Um, long after, like 10 years after. But yeah, nothing was near the windows, and you'd hear knocking at night. My mom was like, "Yeah, we don't want to live there," and I had lots of nightmares there that I still remember as a child.
Yeah, dude,
And I
like
was
our
like, "Wait,
shower would just randomly turn on and off all the time. Like I wouldn't if I woke up, this is gonna sound ridiculous, but like if I woke up and had to use the bathroom, like I wouldn't be able to walk down the hallway to go to the bathroom just because stuff would like bump into me.
like stuff would shift."
No, like you know how like you just like you're walking and you like bump into somebody and it kind of knocks you to your
Yeah,
feet. That's what would
yeah.
happen in that hallway, and there'd be like nobody there because it'd be
What?
like 4 in the morning.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, dude. And so, um, at a point we moved to we moved to South Carolina, and we hadn't sold our house yet. So we would still like come up and we'd stay there some. And every time we would come back home, in front of my window, pointing like to the backyard, there'd always be a chair in front of the window, like somebody had sat there and looked out because the blinds would be raised. There'd be a chair just sitting there looking out the window like somebody had been sitting there. And one of the craziest things is I was laying in bed. I've told this story to somebody and they've deemed my nickname as Catboy, but we didn't have a cat in our house at the time. And I remember this vividly. I was laying in bed and my door opened and I didn't know who it was, but I looked and the hallway light was on and a cat walked into my room and then it disappeared.
The cat's in the box, but it's not in the box at the same time. Schrodinger's cat kind of deal. Oh my god, that is crazy.
Yeah, dude, yeah, it was, the
Ghost
house was
kitty.
creepy. I can take you to it next time you come into Middlesboro.
Dude, that'd be cool. I haven't been down there in a minute. I want to try the. There's a pizza place down there, Ike's. I want to try it.
Oh, dude, Ike's is really good.
And then there's a candy shop down there too that has like cotton candy burritos or something like that.
Oh, yeah, the Cosmic Cafe.
Yeah, I want to try that, dude.
Yeah, I played a show there 2-ish years
A
ago.
show? Sick.
Yeah, it was just like a acoustic singer-songwriter type night, but yeah, this chick that plays guitar and sings, she reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I have this show coming up. You want to play the cajon for me?" So
That's that thing that you sit on and like do like beat on, right?
yes,
Like the box. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm looking at one. I'm looking at one right now. Olivia has one.
yeah. That's a cajon.
Did I already? I don't know if I said this already, but I meant to if I didn't. I wanted to give a shout out to a buddy of mine, named Will that I work with. He's the one that gave me the microphone that I'm using now. He just donated it to me out of the kindness of his heart because he wanted he's like, hey, yeah. I was like talking about buying one. He's like, I got this. I want to give it to you. So, Will, I just wanted to give you a shout out, buddy. Thank you
Oh,
so
shout out
much.
to Will. That's awesome.
Dude, straight up awesome. It's a Blue Yeti snowball mic. It's a little better than the headset I was using, but we'll hear. We'll hear. Oh man. What other? You got any other crazy stories? I'm sure you've got all kinds of crazy stories, and I'm sure I can think of a few.
Oh
Dude,
man,
I've got all
I need to
kinds of
start
crazy
making
fast
notes.
food stories. I didn't even
Uh,
think of like bringing up stuff from my childhood.
yeah, it turns out this isn't a podcast for movies. It's an intervention. Your family's here.
Oh my god. I wonder how our next movie's gonna go.
What is
I'm
our next
pretty
movie?
excited. Oh, are we gonna say it on here? Are we gonna? Yeah, I guess if you made it this far in, you absolutely deserve to know. We're probably gonna post a little wheel spin because we already spun the wheel for this one right after we watched The Great Gatsby last night. Our next movie is going to be The Room, not like Brie Larson's Room. It's some movie that came out recently, but Tommy Wiseau's The Room. It's apparently a cult classic. It's so horrible that it's good. It's rated like a 3 out of 10 on IMDb. In contrast to The Great Gatsby, I am excited to see just how bad it is. There is a very classic scene from that movie that I've seen thanks to, once again, my buddy Tom. And it's the scene where he's like, I did not hit her. It's BS. It's not true. I did not hit her. I did not. And then he goes, oh, hi, Mark. And he just throws a football to him and he goes, hey, Johnny, what's up? Lisa says that I hit her. Did you? No. How is that even possible? No one knows where the guy who directed that movie's from. It's like a mystery, dude. Have you seen Tommy Wiseau?
I have not. I mean, I have.
Let me.
Just from looking up this movie, but prior, I haven't, and I still don't remember what he looks like.
Hold up, I'll put a picture in the chat right now because he's a mythical creature on his own.
Oh, maybe he's Bigfoot.
Oh, maybe there's a Bigfoot inside of all of us.
I got that dog in me, and it's just Bigfoot.
Oh my god, that'd be a great shirt.
The dog in me is Bigfoot.
I got that dog in me, and that dog's name is Bigfoot. That's from the movie. That's that scene. That is what he looks like a vampire.
Yeah, he looks like Van Helsing tried to join a metal band.
Oh my god. But I am really excited for that one. It says he's a Polish American actor and filmmaker.
Makes sense.
We have gotten a lot of positive feedback. A lot of positive feedback. A lot of crazy comments. Got comments on Spotify, comments on Facebook.
Not a single one on TikTok.
No, not a single one on TikTok, but we do have a TikTok if you guys would like to follow us. The handle on that, I believe, is the same as all of our other socials.
Yeah, it's the Admit One podcast.
It's actually on that, it's just Admit One podcast. But,
is it?
Yep, but I've found out that you can just look up Admit One. We're the only podcast called Admit One on Spotify. Or not on Spotify, on Apple Podcast.
Oh, nice.
On Spotify, there's like another one.
But we're the only one that's done anything recently.
It's got the sign that you have in your church office, the Nugs Not Drugs sign.
Chicken
nuggets on it. That's the picture for that one, which I think is a crazy coincidence.
I'm looking at it right now. It's next to my Star Wars poster.
But at the time of this recording, we have 134 likes on our Facebook page and 515 followers.
That's unreal.
And that's absolutely wild to me. And I could not be more grateful and thankful for all the support. I've had people at work coming up talking to me about the podcast and asking questions and making suggestions. And I've had buddies texting me and my mom asking about it, which is lovely.
Shout out to Jadon's mom. Lovely.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure that if she listens to this episode, she'll be happy to hear it because she hasn't listened to the last episode yet. But
my mom has even listened to the last episode.
Wow. That's okay. That's okay, Mom. That's okay, Mom. I'll forgive you. But I just can't believe it. I'm so happy that this thing is going so well, and I'm so happy that everyone is enjoying it. I had a buddy text me that he was at work listening, and he had his AirPods in, and he just couldn't stop laughing, and his coworkers thought he was crazy, and I was like, oh my god, we're funny. We're fun guys. We're not like mushrooms, but we're fun guys.
We're fun guys, not fun guy.
Fun guys, not fun guy. Another cool.
There'll be some episodes that are a bit rougher than others until we fully find our footing. But just hang tight with us. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Any other notes about anything at all?
I don't have any notes.
Circling back to the movie, anything you want to say about the movie?
No, I went through all of my notes.
I've got pretty much all of mine. The only thing I've got is Balatro, which is a game I've been playing recently. It's pretty fun.
It's called what?
It's called Balatro, dude. Tom told
Balatro?
me about it. Balatro. It's like a card game. It's like solitaire meets poker, and it's like a roguelike. It's crazy. You play different poker hands, and you get multipliers depending on different Joker cards that you have. Like, there can be one that says +5 if you get a face card, or ×2 if you play a 4 or something like that. It's absolutely crazy. It's weird.
So it's like Gems of War, but with cards?
I don't know what Gems of War is. Is that like Raid Shadow Legends, not sponsored?
I don't know what that is either.
Dude, there was a period on YouTube in which you would go on YouTube and every video would be like, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
So I've always done like the YouTube Premium just because I hate ads with a passion.
You wild man.
I hate
You
ads.
were the first person in my life I have ever met to pay for YouTube Premium.
Bro, I watch YouTube on the daily. I do not want to see...
Dude, me too.
I don't care if the ad is for 5 seconds. Get that out of my face. I do not want to see it.
Now, they have been doing some crazy stuff recently in which they're in like 50-minute long videos or hour-long videos, which I like to watch sometimes. I like to watch like iceberg videos and like videos about like just internet crime and stuff like that, just crime in general, like I guess true crime stuff, if that's what you want to call it. In the middle of those videos, you'll get like a 60 to 80 second long ad, and it's like fewer ad breaks for this long video, but you're giving me 80 seconds worth of ads. Oh my god,
I would throw my computer against the wall.
Well, it's my I'm watching on my TV, dude. I ain't gonna throw my controller at my brand new Series S. I love that baby.
Oh man, I hate ads with a passion. Like,
that's how we gotta make money.
Noelle and I will be watching something, and we'll be watching it on like an account of her parents. And an ad will come on, and I will lose my mind. Like, what is this? It is 2025. I shouldn't have to watch a commercial for Viagra.
Dude, there was a commercial for that I remember when I was a kid, and it called it Natural Male Enhancement. And I asked my dad what it was, and he wouldn't tell me. And I remember it had music in the background. It was like a 1950s style commercial. And it's like doo 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 doo. And I was like, "What is this? And why is this on TV?"
I remember when a NASCAR driver was sponsored by Viagra.
Who was it?
Mark Martin.
Mark Martin?
Yep.
At first, I thought you said Mark Martin, and I'm like, "There's no way." That's crazy. There was something I was gonna. Oh yeah, speaking of ads on YouTube as well. Sometimes when I'm feeling a little nostalgic, or nostalgic, however you choose to say it, whatever floats your goat. And yes, I did say goat. One of my buddies said that one time. Did you bat me?
Yes.
One of my buddies said that to me one time and it just stuck. But sometimes when I'm nostalgic, I'll go on YouTube and I'll watch like old commercials from like when I was a child. And sometimes I'll get ads in while I'm watching ads. And that just makes me so mad. I'm like, why? How? How are you monetizing content that's not even yours?
Do you remember though, like waking up when you were a child at like 1 a.m. and just seeing George Lopez's huge head on your TV?
Oh, dude. I don't remember the huge head. No, I've seen the meme, but I remember him flying up in the air on the trampoline with Love Rider playing in the background. And I'd wake up in a cold sweat and I'd be like, and I'd be scared. Not because just because I went to bed on Nickelodeon and I'd wake up and this is not the programming that is on Nickelodeon during the daytime. I'm like, what is this? I'd never seen it. I still haven't watched it.
Oh, the George Lopez show is actually a really good show. But what would be worse is falling asleep on like Cartoon Network and waking up and it being Adult Swim and it being like
dude.
that Robot Chicken show.
Oh, okay. Robot Chicken does have some banger episodes, but as a child, that intro scared me with the "It's alive," and then all of the like and him like constructing that chicken scared the crap out of me. The animation style was kind of scary too.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun way to wake up as an 8-year-old.
No, it was not. I remember a note that I didn't write down, but we talked about favorite movies in the last episode. We talked about favorite directors, a couple favorite actors, favorite TV show, or favorite TV shows.
Oh man, my number one favorite TV show is The Office. 100%.
That is.
Followed by Psych.
Specify on The Office, the US, UK.
Oh, the US version.
Okay, there's like 5 different versions.
Yeah.
I've never seen Psych. What's it about?
It's a guy that... You remember the movie Holes? The black guy? I Can Fix That.
You'll never guess what. I haven't seen Holes.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god, I've had so many people. That's another point that I've had so many people bring up. I had a guy tell me, he was like, it's funny that you guys are a movie review podcast and you're a fella that's never listened to movies. Yeah, I know. Or never watched a movie. Sorry. But never watched a movie. I was like, oh my god.
But it's a guy and his friend is the black guy that was in Holes. And he's like very, very observant. And he passes off that he's a psychic for the Santa Barbara Police Department.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's really funny. You need to check it out sometime.
I can do that. The Office is very good. I watched it because you told me to. After season 7 or 8, I forget when the specific character leaves, but it goes downhill pretty quick in my opinion.
Yeah. I believe it's season 7.
I was really satisfied with Creed's ending. He was one of my favorite characters of all time. Breaking Bad is probably my number 1 though.
Oh, Breaking Bad is such a good show.
That show is phenomenal. I've heard great things about a show called The Wire, but I've never watched it.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
I've heard that before Breaking Bad came out, it was like the show. There was a bit on it on Family Guy where it's like Peter was watching TV and it was like, you will tell everyone you know about The Wire. And he's like, I will tell everyone I know about The Wire. And it's like The Wire and Breaking Bad are the best 2 shows. The Wire and the Breaking Bad are the best 2 shows.
I wonder how much I had to pay for that ad.
Who, me? Oh no, them. Sorry.
Yeah.
They didn't pay me a thing. Dude, I wonder. But the description for The Wire on IMDb says, the Baltimore drug scene, as seen through the eyes of drug dealers and law enforcement, has a 9.3 out of 10. For comparison, Breaking Bad has a 9.5. Another favorite of mine is Wilfred.
I've also not watched that. You
know what it is, though, yeah?
I've seen memes, and I remember when it came out and seeing it like advertised.
Yeah. Ooh, advertisements. Ooh, I hate them.
There was a certain point in time on cable television where you couldn't really avoid ads.
That's true. I remember one time there was an ad. Do you remember that stuff that you could Nickelodeon sold it, I believe. I don't think they do now, but it was called foam. It was like soft foam beads and you could,
oh yeah, I used to have some of that actually.
Well, you're lucky. You're lucky that you had it because you know what? I woke up bright and early at 8 a.m. and my parents had a DVR, so sometimes it came with like our Dish network. So sometimes I'd record my cartoons. Well, I got lucky and saw there was a foam ad, so I paused it, picked up the telephone, and called. And I was like, "Hello, I'll order some foam." And they're like, "You got a credit card?" And I was like, "Let my parents right quick. And I run in there and I'm like, Mom, I got them on the phone. I'm trying to get some foam. And she was like in bed and she's like, you got who on the phone? And I was like, the foam people. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I gave her the phone and she was like, hello. And they were like trying to get her credit card information. She just hung up and I was so crushed. I just wanted my foam.
It stained clothes really bad because my cousin.
Oh.
Yeah. My cousin was playing with it, and he gave himself a pair of boobies. And it stained his shirt, and the phone that I had, it was green and pink. So he had like Cosmo and Wanda imprints on his boobs.
Oh my god.
And do you remember Flarp?
Dude, yes, that was one of my favorite arcade prizes.
I used to get in trouble when I was in public school. I would get in trouble all the time over that, because me and my friend, like, we would sit in the back of the class, and like we wouldn't pay attention. Like, they had to separate us, put us out in the hallway. I was a fiend with Flarp. It was awful.
My dad had a remote controlled fart machine. And it was a little black box, had a red button, and he would hide it. He went and hid it, and like our sister, my Aunt Judy, his sister, rest in peace to that sweet, sweet woman. Worked at a bank in Virginia for the longest time, and she had an office there, and we went to see her one time, and he hid it in her office and just kept doing it to that sweet, sweet, sweet woman, his older sister, and she just couldn't figure out what it was. She said, no. Donald, what are you doing? She knew it was him, but I just thought, I still prefer Flarp.
Yeah,
it's cheaper. Doesn't run on batteries. Keeps you entertained for hours. Just like our podcast.
Hopefully.
Except we're not cheap. We might have enough money in the budget for a couple sound effects now.
I don't even think we have that. We have to make our own still.
Oh.
Oh, there's more Flarp.
Oh my god.
We don't even have Flarp money.
We don't got Flarp money. Oh my god. So many awesome quotes have came out of this episode. You know, one of the things, I don't know, can we talk about other podcasts on this podcast? Like stuff that happens on other podcasts?
I mean, I don't see why not.
I like how on Regulation they rate how the episode's going. As it's going, like on a numerical scale. How would you say?
I'd give ours a 6.2 right now.
What was the last one?
Oh, the last one I feel like was like a 9.5.
I'm giving a 7. So we'll average that out to like a 6.6.
6.9.
Nice. What else we got?
I believe that's it for me. I don't have anything else.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm about done.
Yeah, I'm contented out. I don't have anything left for the Great Gatsby, Flarp, or
the Great Gatsby, Flarp, Bigfoot, ghosts. Oh
my!
Hey, that's another sound effect, baby.
We don't have a sound effect board.
Oh!
Cut it! Hurry!
Thank you, everyone, for watching our second weekly episode of Admit One. I've had a lot of weekly, every week. What day are we doing it?
Did you say weekly?
Movie Monday! Oh, man. But thank you so much for watching, and tune in every Monday for your weekly episode of Admit One with me, Jadon, and Tristan, T-Bog. I was trying to say T-Dog, T-Bog, Tristan, T-Bog. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, but thank you so much for watching, everybody. We're so thankful that you guys are following us on this journey of absolute insanity and just are very thankful.
Like,
that
subscribe, whatever you're listening on, give us 5 stars.
And if you're on
if there's
Spotify,
option for 10 stars, give us 10 stars.
20 if you can. On Spotify,
20,
leave a comment.
Give us all the stars.
On Apple, follow us. On YouTube, like, subscribe. We hit 10 subscribers. I got that notification this morning.
Oh, go us.
I don't even know how. You can literally look up Admit One podcast. Dude, I said correct.
I see my idea wasn't that original then.
Well, I mean, the other one is about like college admittance in universities, and they're only on YouTube, so we're good. We just got to trademark.
God, we can never compete with that though. I never went to college.
I had some, but I'm working on. I'm going back through work now. But anywho, that'll probably get cut out in the wash. We love you. We thank you.
I love you more.
We love you most. And have a good afternoon, evening, morning, or night, wherever you are. Thank you for watching, and au revoir.